And it goes a little something like.
Hello everyone, so good day. My name is Lovelyn Saran. For today's video, we're gonna talk about the social dimensions of education. Are you ready? Let's go. Under the social dimension of education is the consensus versus conflict theory. And let's begin with consensus. So when we say consensus, it's shared norms and values as fundamental to society. It talks about the values and the norms in a group. And it also focuses on social order based on facet agreements. So, nagfa-follow siya ng mga agreement bawat membro sa isang grupo. It requires involvement of each and every one of the member. And it also social changes occurs in slow and orderly fashion. Hindi siya rush, hindi siya nagmamadali. And when there is a decision, everyone has to follow it, need to follow it in order, slowly, until to the point na mag-change siya together with all the members in a group, so that there will be no like mga away-away or what or other things na hindi mag-work yung mga changes sa kanilang grupo. And last one, it also a absence of conflict as seen the equilibrium sits on a general or widespread agreement among all members of a particular society together. Like what I have said before, it requires an agreement to both each of the member in a group. Okay, now let's move on to conflict theory. When we say conflict, this is it. It is a clash between ideas, principles, and people. So, ito yung hindi pagkakaisap, hindi pagkakaunawaan, hindi organized the every decision of every member in a group. Like for example, whatever this decision of a leader in that specific or particular group, that will be the final, and there will be no changes on it. And it is also a social order as manipulation and control by dominant people. So it is only one member in a group yung nagko-control sa bawat membro ng pag-uusap or whatever the topic is. And it also the social change occurs rapidly and in a disorderly fashion. Unlike consensus theory, it is very well aligned and it is from the beginning up to the end, which is all of them work together. But this one, the conflict is only the decision that he think is better, and he don't care anymore about the other things or ideas of other members. And it also focus on the heterogeneous nature. So conflict theory also focuses on the heterogeneous nature of society and the differential contribution of political power. So the decision of this is yung nangingibabaw, just like the most powerful one, like for example in a political power. So that's it. Okay, so now let's go to the impact of conflict theory in education system. First, schools contribute to the unequal contribution of people into jobs in society. Like for example, when you are applying a job in that specific job, as long as may backer ka ba or malakas yung backer mo and you are already in, so that is an unequal treatment. That is conflict theory. So there will be a bias because when you are entering a job, the performance doesn't matter anymore as long because of that, dahil may kakayahan kang gamitin yung power mo So, when you are entering a job, so agad-agad, pasok agad, okay na agad, no? What about yung others, yung ginawa yung lahat, nag-effort, and just to have that job. Tapos, mas pinili yung dahil anak siya ng may-ari, like that. So, that is the impact, no? Unequal treatment. And next, it is powerful members, best positions. Kapag powerful ka, you have already the position. Like for example, because like what I have said, dahil anak ka nga and already i-hire ka as a high position, whatever the position it is, high as CEO, manager, and whatsoever. You don't have to start from the beginning to work hard just to meet or just to have that high position, not anymore. So unequal pa rin. And last is, it is less powerful group, minority, ethnic, racial, woman, lowest rank. So, yung mga walang kaya or yung mga mahihina, so, lowest rank lang. So, that is inequality, bias. That's the impact of conflict theory in educational system. Okay, so now let's have another theory, which is the structural functionalism. So when we say structural, it is the organization of society and the relationships between broad social units such as institution. So these are the groups what we call education, health, care, family, what else, legal system, economy, and even religion. So when we say structural, it is creating a group na nagfa-function, no? So like for example, in a family, you cannot call family kapag walang father, mother, son, daughter, na, and even nieces and nephew. So that is what we call family. And when we say school, the school will not function kapag walang estudyante, of course, and the student will not function kapag walang guro. So that is the relationship between among the members of that society. And so society, it is made up of various institutions that work together in cooperation. So, like what I have said, may cooperation ang bawat isa na mag-work together, tapos matatawag silang institution or organization of society. Okay, so corporation, factories, and university systems are also considered as groups according to structural functionalism. Now, there are 4 functional imperatives for all actions. First, adaptation. So, of course, you must cope with external situation. You must adapt to its environment and whatever it needs. So, ano yung mga pangangailangan, you have to know it. First, that is adaptation. Second, we have goal attainment. When we say goal attainment, so you have to define and achieve what its primary goals of course, you have to know first what is your goal, what is the purpose of it. And the third one is integration. So a system must regulate the interrelationship of its component part. What are the relationship of them? What are the connections, no? That's what we call integration. And the last one is latency. So the maintenance, the motivation of individuals, and the cultural patterns. Whatever the culture it is, you have to know about it. So in order to have a function, the functional imperatives for all actions. So we are done with the functional imperatives for all actions. Now we have the key principles of the functionalist theory. So in order na mag-function lahat ito, we have these key principles. First, we have interdependency, and every part of the society is dependent to each other to some extent on other parts. So that what happens at one place in society has more important effect elsewhere. So each one should dependent to each other in order to function well, to function. Next, we have the functions of social structure and culture. So the idea that each part of the system should exist because it serves some functions. Of course, there should be function in each part of the society or institution. So next, number 3, we have consensus and cooperation. Of course, there should be unity, there should be cooperation. Whatever the decision of each part should be respected, na rather, and it's whatever. So the certain basic values that nearly everyone is the society agrees upon. And number 4, we have equilibrium. So the characteristic of society that has achieved to form that is best adapted to its situation. So that's it. So thank you very much for watching and listening to my discussion. So that's all for today. Thank you so much once again. God bless us all. Bye bye.